I'm very touched that Cardiff University wanted me as an Honorary Fellow. I grew up just outside Cardiff. I spent some of my formative years in Cardiff, and it was then the Cardiff Arms Park was very much part of my childhood, and my dad cheering on the rugby here. So it's a little bit surreal being in the stadium with lots of people milling around and Welsh male voice choirs and things. So it's a little bit surreal, but in a good way. I think the events of the last few years have showed us that actually, I think we'd forgotten how important journalism was in the task of we need journalism to try and hold power to account. And I think in Britain, in America, in lots of countries across the world, we can see ways in which there are these sort of populist and authoritarian tendencies in politicians and in governments. And it's quite scary, I think, to think of where we would be without journalists and journalism. I think there's a huge number of challenges for journalists in the current age. One is that there just simply aren't enough journalists. There is not enough resource going into journalism. There is not enough properly independent journalism. In terms of the challenges for individual journalists, we see the freedom of the press and individual journalists coming under attack in all sorts of ways. So I think it's very exciting that there are lots of graduates from the School of Journalism who are here today. In terms of the sort of qualities that I hope they have, I just think, persistence is like the really key one. It's hard uncovering, trying to do these kind of stories is really, really difficult, and there's lots of challenges and obstacles in the way. And truly the one thing I've learned is just to keep going, that the key kind of skill and talent is just keeping going. So that's what, if they take one thing away today, I hope maybe it's that.